Good afternoon, everybody. I'm here now in order to answer a common question for all you. And the question is: does Rosetta Stone works in order to learn a foreign language? And here I'm gonna explain how this program works. Okay. So I think it depends on the language you're native, and also the language you want to learn. In my case would be, for example, I'm a native Spanish speaker, and I decided to learn languages like Russian and Arabic. I tried on all those languages, but I realized it was not easy for me to learn of this way with Rosetta Stone. Why? Because the grammar is very different of my language. The grammar, the vocabulary, the roles. I mean, if the language you're learning is doesn't have some common things, it would be very difficult for you to understand the grammar only using Rosetta Stone. If you want to learn, for example, Russian, you need to understand the alphabet and some common rules about the language. Then I tried on German and Italian, and I found that it was very easy for me to learn languages like all this with Rosetta Stone, and now I can speak a little bit Italian and German with Rosetta Stone. What does uh, speak a language fluently mean? I mean, uh, being fluent in a language means that you can speak it like a native speaker. And the answer is you're not going to be able to speak fluently the language. It is not true with Rosetta, but it will give you the basis of the language. I mean, if I speak English, it doesn't mean I speak English very good. There, there are always new things to learn, and it doesn't mean I know everything. It is like if you were a baby, you learn new things every day, and knowledge never stops to. You're always learning, right? I mean that. And I think if you want to learn a language with Rosetta Stone, you're expected to know first of all some common things about the language you're learning, and then you could try it on Rosetta Stone. But it is really helpful. In my case, I learned Italian, and it was not necessary for me to look for books in order to understand the basis of the language because Spanish and Italian are very similar, and it was not hard for me. But I need to confess, sometimes I used a translator, or I don't know. Sometimes I asked to people what the phrase meant, and it was very different with German. Sometimes I got frustrated on the first levels, and I said, "How come I'm not gonna speak German?" I thought I was going to speak German very good, but then I realized I could understand many things. But I need to I used a book in order to understand the basis of the grammar of German language, and also, when I didn't understand something, I tried to look for material on the internet in order to understand the grammar and to follow with the success of the language. Now I can speak these languages, and I wanna show you some results. Are my results, ok? So, ora io posso parlare un po' la lingua italiana, credo che è molto divertente imparare questa lingua perché la pronuncia è molto divertente. Questa lingua non è molto difficile per me di imparare perché l'italiano e lo spagnolo sono molto simili. Ho alcuni amici che parlano italiano e io faccio la pratica con loro quando io sono su internet con Skype, ma ora non studio più questa lingua perché ho bisogno di imparare prima il tedesco, che sia molto interessante per me, e credo che è molto importante imparare solo due o tre lingue perché noi abbiamo di abbastanza tempo e pratica per imparare una lingua. Sono molto felice perché sono in vacanza e ora io studio il tedesco e l'inglese, che sono le mie lingue che mi piacciono di più. And now I'm gonna speak German. Hallo, schönen guten Tag. Heute freue ich mich, weil ich ein bisschen Deutsch verstehen und sprechen kann. Auch habe ich Deutsch mit der Rosetta studiert und ja, ich finde es cool. Ich glaube, dass Deutsch sehr interessant ist, aber auch schwieriger als Italienisch ist. Wenn du Deutsch sprichst, wirst du mit vielen Leuten sprechen können, vielleicht aus Europa, Österreich, Schweiz und Deutschland. Ich glaube, sie sind sehr schöne Länder. Warum? Weil sie sind sehr sauber und nicht schmutzig. Die Straßen haben viele Geschichte. Die Leute sind sehr freundlich und auch diese Sprache ist nicht leicht, es ist schwierig, aber wenn du mehr Zeit einer Sprache studierst, bist du sehr gut die Sprache, du bist die Sprache sehr gut sprechen. Ja, ich liebe Sport machen, Fußball spielen, Wagen fahren und es macht mir Spaß mit vielen Leuten sprechen aus verschiedenen Ländern. Mein Bruder hat mir ein Programm gegeben. Es heißt Rosetta Stone. Mein Deutsch ist nicht sehr gut, aber brauche ich Hilfe, um Deutsch sehr gut zu sprechen und ich brauche deine Hilfe. Bitte schreiben Sie mir und sagen Sie mir meinen Fehler, um meine Deutsch zu korrigieren. Und das ist alles. Okay. And I think Rosetta Stone is really helpful because you will learn the correct pronunciation. So if you're learning with Rosetta Stone, do not stop to learn and have fun. Do not desperate. Do not get frustrated. Try to always learn new things. And I would give you a last advice, and this is you need to write. For example, if I'm learning German with Rosetta Stone, when a lesson finishes, I'm expected or I need to write a text where I use the grammar or the vocabulary, the things that I have learned in the previous lesson. Then I send them to people who's native in that language or that speak that language at a pretty high level, and then they correct my mistakes, and then I can see clearly and I can correct and I can speak that language better. It is really helpful. It has been really helpful for me because sometimes you think you're right, but you have not realized that in the language you're learning it is not correct. So I would advise you to join to a website that the name is Italki. It is for free. If you want to pay, you will have more advantages, of course, but for free you can do many things. You can send text and people will correct your mistakes and you will have a different perspective.